Good evening. Come, gather round. Are you comfortable? Even in the most highly secure location, do we find ourselves vulnerable to the unknown? Oh, and don't forget to grab your popcorn.
The year was 2005. I don't remember what month it was, but it wasn't winter time, that's for sure. I lived in Fort Bragg on base in military housing at the time with my first husband and our two children. One was 4 and the other was 3. It was nighttime. Everybody was already in bed asleep. Each of our children had their own bedrooms, and our bed was sideways against the window in our bedroom. So I was near the window, and my husband at the time was a very, very light sleeper. And, any movement, he'd wake up. I don't know, it was just a soldier thing, I guess. And I always had a habit of, every time I would hear any kind of noise of any kind at night, I always check the time. Just in case, especially if it was outside. Mainly when it was outside. Because just in case something serious happened and, police came to the house asking questions, I could always note, it happened at this time that I heard this. I've always been like that. I don't know. Movies, I guess. Well, I woke up for some reason. I just woke up. And I look over my husband to the nightstand, and it's 1:30 in the morning. So I didn't hear anything. Okay, it's 1:30. I woke up at 1:30, okay. And I laid back down and I opened up the shades. We didn't have curtains, we just had shades, and I just, twisted the little stick thing and I opened up the shades. And I'm looking out, at the neighborhood, at the stars in the sky, what I could see, given the light pollution there, whatever. All of a sudden, everything just goes black. Like, it's a complete blackout. Everything is black. Street lights, homes, their outside porch lights, everything is black. I quickly turn to see the clock, the alarm clock. It's everything's black. I shake my husband at the time to wake him up. He's not waking up, which was weird. And all of a sudden, I hear a very, very loud hum. The noise sounded like a very loud humming, and like if you were to hear a helicopter or something at a distance, or like a, I can't describe the noise. Kind of like an airplane or a helicopter, but if you were to hear it at a very, very far distance, and you know just enough to know its presence is there, mixed in with a very loud, low hum. I mean, that's the only way I could describe it. Right outside the window, like right outside, I can hear it. So I'm looking, but I can't see anything. Everything is pitch black. And my immediate reaction is to get up, go check up on my kids. But then I lay back down immediately from sitting up, and something crosses my mind, like, I don't want to wake them up. I don't want to startle them, just in case this is like something I have no control over. Maybe it's best they just be asleep. All these things are running through my mind. And so I lay back down, and the noise is right outside my window. I lay back down, and I just remember reaching over to my husband at the time, and I begin scratching him as hard as I can on his neck, on his legs with my toes. I mean, and he's not waking up. And then that's all I remember. The next morning, I'm washing my face. I told my husband, at the time, what happened, and he wakes up upset with because of the scratches, and he was really upset. And I tried explaining to him what happened, and well, he was so much in a rush to get to work, because he was, a soldier, and he was in a rush to get to work, so he really didn't have time to hear my explanations, and he left to work. So I go, I'm getting up, starting my day, and I'm washing my face. And as I'm washing my face, you got to do your under your chin, your neck areas. I'm doing that. I kind of like move to the side, like my face goes off to the side, and I notice there's a mark right under my ear, kind of to the back of my neck, and I'm completely shook. So I immediately call my neighbor, and she comes over, and she brings her digital camera, because I didn't have one, or I didn't know where mine was. I don't know. And she brings her digital camera, and I ask her, I need you to take a picture of this. And she doesn't know what it is. She's like, what happened to you? What did he do this to you? My ex-husband at the time. And I was like, no, who would Anyway, she takes the picture, and it's 3 perfect dark brown circles, like in a triangle formation. And I couldn't believe I explained to her everything that had happened to me, and I had that mark for the longest time. and it is 2022. It's faded now, but it's still there. Every time I tell a person this story, they're left really shocked when I show them the side of my neck and the markings that I still bear because of it.
The past marks us in more ways than one. Until next time.